Hey guys, and welcome back again to my channel. So, it's been long since the last time I played this game, as proven by this birthday message from Yelan, and this is her specialty dish. And as you can see, this is my first time ever getting that dish from Yelan herself. And so, today we will play a new event. Unfortunately, the Darshan event is not here yet. It's I think the Setekh Wenut event. It's a verified the Setekh Wenut. It's the boss everyone has been complaining about, both Chinese players and players outside of China, that says it's hard. And there's even a meme going around that says wasting your time with Setekh Wenut, and I think some sort of ruin chaos, something like that. So let's go play this event. And we are here in Aru village. This is our first time in Aru village. We're never here yet. So because I didn't play the Archon quest, I'm still stuck of it because I'm still waiting for the time to upload my Archon quest. Even back then at 2.2 update, my friends just told me that the Archon quest has another part, like it's still in a hanging kind of sort of like ending. I still haven't completed it still now to this day because I'm still thinking of a way to upload the Archon quest. I still have a couple of videos to upload, mainly two main events that I wanted to upload. No, I think I'm going to upload the Golden Apple Archipelago event first, and then I'm going to go to the Archon quest. So let's see what we have here. So Striya and Fodil. So the main problem was that it takes a long time. It took a long time. So as you can see, I just uploaded Cian. So there's still two more characters, Fischl and Mona. And here, I think it was like our third time in the desert, first time in the event. Like, I haven't forgot it. It's about a kid, and then the second time it was like parkour. Or was there an event before parkour? I don't exactly remember, but yeah. And we always go to this. I still remember the time when I put my travel with energy recharge sword just for her burst to charge up whenever I defeat the Dendro hypostasis. Because, well, I do farm for Nahida back then. Now I have enough. I don't really go back to the desert anymore. And so today, a Storm of Wenut. Awesome! One of the most hated enemies in the game. I'm not sure how chaotic this event would be. Put it that way, yes. This time there are far too many of them. Amazing. So we are trying to attack the Wenut using tools. I mean, some sort of like cannon or something like that. And yes, it seems to be the case. And so, oh no, the component is damage. Is this event is about us crafting that reminds me of the previous event about the gear, some kind of stuff. I solved them with ease, no problem at all, and somehow people complain about how hard it is. It wasn't hard. It's just as simple as matching gears. Back then, I think it was like was that 2.8 update? I think so. Okay. And we will be rescuing him again. I don't know where he is, so we'll probably have to hope that the place he is in is closer to our teleport waypoint, and we finished talking. Okay, sure. Let's see where he is. Moment of truth. Boom. Oh, let's click that one. Okay. It's on the other side. No, it's on the other side. Let's teleport to the closest waypoint that we can right now. Okay, but fortunately, just fortunately, I have some character that would definitely help us during battle. Not battle, during exploration, and that happens to be the Wanderer.
What do you want from me?
Okay, so our main objective is to secure the goods, craft it into a weapon, and attack all the Wenut in this desert. So, well, we'll have to walk across with Wanderer. So, yeah, I think we're already look at a bird. Have you ever been this close to a bird in a desert before? I bet you haven't. So we're kind of like cheating by having this character, because your exploration, I have Wanderer and then I have Ayaka, which means whenever I go into the water, whenever I need some places where I need to go through that is kind of hard, I can use Wanderer, because his skill is not in any way connected with the stamina. So I can sprint until it's all gone, and I use his skill again. Boom, like that. And it's all smooth sailing with no problems. That is why I'm not going to speed this part of the video, because we're talking about something interesting today. While we are walking to our location, might as well just find some scarabs. I don't have Sino. I don't want to waste for Sino, even though I battled him an update ago, 2.4 update in the Wind Bloom. Though I got some help in trying to defeat him, but it's still a victory, even so for failures. However, let's just get some scarabs today. Maybe maybe we will need it later. Always farm for items, even though you feel like you don't need them, because it might come in handy later. Just in case. And so today, is that still a long way? Because first time we start, it was like a kilometer. If you're an American and you're using feet, then go convert it yourself. We don't see any scarabs here, which is very different from previously. Previously in 3.1, is that 3.1 or 3.0? I think the desert is new, so they actually force us to go to the desert. I think it was 3.1, definitely 3.1, because the desert hasn't been there in 3.0. They force us to the desert in the furthest region of the desert as possible. The event forces us, which is a problem, and I have to recognize the map from the image, the little image they give you. Okay, kind of problematic. But at the 3.1, I had fun in the Vineless Fest, while also tracing back Razor's route. And miraculously, I got a Dendroculus. I thought it would be hard. I thought it would put us in some kind of trick. See, they tricked us into picking this Dendroculus here. But that one, it's just smooth sailing. I never thought it would be that easy. No way. And so, how close are we? We're getting closer. So let's just talk about the other thing. Oh, there's somehow this big pig, I don't know the proper name for it. Okay, now I can see the location right on the map, which is good for us. And a teleport waypoint. Yes, this is going to be our furthest teleport waypoint from anything else in this game, because I haven't opened anything yet in the desert except for that one, because, well, I decided to open it for no reason at all. I haven't even played the Art Conquest yet. Okay, open it, and we'll zoom in on Looming, because I don't know. Well, look at that. We're at the furthest part of the region ever. Right beyond the red region or the restricted area. Can I see the landscape a little? That's our researcher. And this is supposed to be a silly here. A ceiling desert. Never thought about that. And that is our restricted area. A place where there's nothing but emptiness. It's literally a desert. It's like Algeria, but you remove the coastal part. It's this desert. Sure, there are some towns like Ain Salah, but it's desert. And here we go, Vinayak. Unfortunately, I cannot trace back name by its root language, so I'm not quite familiar with the there's the Indo-Aryan and there's also the Indo-Iranian, which I'm not quite familiar with. There are some names that I can trace back to Iranian or Persian, such as Nilo and Akhaitam, but sometimes I cannot trace back a name, which, okay, forgive me for that. So here today, we'll have to rescue this researcher again, like as if that kind of plot story haven't been used, like whatever. So are all people from Sumeru like this? Like they just think about the experiment and nothing else? So we got some clues. Plunging attacks. That flower. Oh, by the way, regarding this flower, back then when I started Sumeru, I was confused as to why it wouldn't respond to me when there's literally a flower right there. Turns out, if you wanted to teleport using that kind of flower, okay, let's see. I'm going to click not ready, but in fact, I'm just going to see what he will say. So I'm trying to see what he will say when I say it. So let's just see. We have 5 stages right here. That was our first. So yeah, let's get started. It just directs us back to the researcher. Okay, I'm ready. So let's go. Am I still using Wanderer? Oh, okay. Okay, guys. That was my mistake. I abandoned the challenge right away because I accidentally still have Wanderer in my team. I have not switched. I'm not going to have only rely on Cryo because if they spawn some Cryo enemies, we're screwed. We gotta start away from the beginning. So I am not going to wait for that long just to defeat immune enemies, okay? I am not that kind of people to just challenge myself over doing something weird. Like, imagine if you were a developer and then you heard that someone completed your game with, for example, 1 HP, no armor, no buffs. Yes, it is definitely an achievement, but but as a developer, you are also thinking you are the player is torturing themselves, and also why would you do that? So it's kind of like it is an achievement, but at the same time, it feels like you can literally do that on every single game, and it will be an achievement. The question is why? So for people that speedrun games, maybe it's an achievement, but why? I need a definite answer. Maybe it's your hobby, sure. Everyone has its own hobbies, but if it ended up torturing you, wouldn't you stop calling it a hobby? So, however, let's get back to the event first. So, with that kind of flower in Sumeru, first time I think I can't probably use it. The way to use it, see, your camera has to point towards that flower. The flower has to be visible through your point of view of the character using. Point your camera the angle right where the flower is visible, then you click on that button to teleport your rival. I think the flower should be called Dendrogana. Since the first time is Animogana, which is the one that you collect 3 and you fly. There's also Geogana, you destroy the rock and then you will get some kind of flowing geo and you put it into place. And then Electrogana, where you get when you just spawn in some random, very small, very short electro tree that used to spawn and then it's kind of that kind of thing. And this should be called Dendrogana because that sounds like one of the 3 most possible naming ever. Because it seems like they always find a way of naming things and making things unique to their own region, so to speak. And there we go. Our ruins here today. That was a long talk. By the way, you've definitely seen a couple of improvements here and there. Yes, I did upgrade my characters. As you can see, it's still 80 because I don't think upgrading level is worth it. I started focusing on weapons and talents, so that's the one that I think would be useful. And let's just collect the last item, and here we go. We have collected the item. So I think the event should go somewhat like this. So you collect the event. I mean, look at that. So we collect the materials, the stuff that was missing. Amazing. Okay. So I think the event goes like this. You just collect items and then you fight it later. So, of course, it's natural to wonder, do we really need to assemble them like how it was in the Gear event? The Gear event was kind of short, but it requires your brain. But it was kind of short. We would want a bit more event other than assembling Gear. So maybe we would get that. Who knows? We don't exactly know, but okay. So these two are arguing about certain things, which is for sure. The other one wanted, as he would say when we say we're not ready yet, there are two sides to this. We need more planning, or we just keep changing plans without a certain date without a certain time where we would start. I think there's a bit of truth between both of those. So you need planning, but not that much planning. So this is one of the phenomena that is happening in the world, actually. You know the privatization space war between Blue Origin and SpaceX. You hear SpaceX more often because they would often fail and then succeed in the end. Whereas Blue Origin, they try to change every single thing, every single detail, all of that little bit nitty-gritty stuff before they launch to make sure that it is the best, the perfect fit possible before they launch it. So you hear more SpaceX than Blue Origin. That is why it's like this two completely different version, right? Okay. So a project I see, and Gunnar was supposed to take care of this. You could call him my mentor's mentor. Do mentors have mentors here? What kind of pyramid scheme is this? And okay. This is kind of a weird nation to begin with. Okay. Right. I think if we can get this Wenut Slayer cannon when we are fighting Setekh Wenut, it could probably give us a big advantage. Up until this day, I haven't encountered any Setekh Wenut yet. And I think Setekh Wenut is a normal world boss. But I don't know for which character. At which I assume it's probably for the new characters. Paichu and... what were the other new character? Paichu and... I forgot his name. Kave, right. So I think defeating Setekh Wenut is not really important for me, and even if I have the time, it shouldn't be much of a problem for me, since, you know, I've definitely encountered a smaller version of Setekh Wenut back in the previous update before they added those two dragons, the Electro and Pyro one, into the 11th floor. I've encountered them. Their HP is kind of bulky, but I kind of got around, and which that means I got 24 stars in the Abyss. Now I only got 21, which is unfortunate. Which is why I need to upgrade some of my team, because the game actually scales up, and maybe in Snezhnaya we're going to beat enemies that doesn't make sense anymore. And okay, this game kind of scales up, you know. Okay, let's get our traveler back and teleport to the future. Okay, let's just hope we haven't passed midnight yet. So this is our first one, and then this is our second one. So we gotta do this 4 more times and wait until the next day. Let's just hope we haven't passed midnight. Let's open the clock real quick. Oh shoot, we've passed. Maybe I'll cut this video, whatever. I really hate the clock spinning kind of time it takes. Okay, we're getting closer, and now we're here at 8 o'clock. Just a few minutes before, but in this game it's only a few seconds. And there we go, our new event. And it seems to be quite far away. A bit north, okay, but I can use this. Kind of like Dendrogana. It's sort of convenient in this type of environment to use these tools. But yeah, does this lead straight to the event? I'm kind of wondering, does this lead straight to the event? Oh yes, of course it does. No way. This is so convenient. Why not all events just use this type of tactics? I mean, I'll probably play more events and probably don't have to edit my recording that much, because if we can just teleport back and forth with Dendrogana, then we wouldn't have to deal with this with the editings and speeding up as much as before. Okay, so now they're talking about some details that nobody cares about. But let's just have these folks, guys. All right. So apparently, the tools that they were talking about. Ah, come on. This is temporary pause. I mean, should we just test it before? Like, why do we keep planning? Because you wouldn't exactly know your errors until you try. Your design would look perfect, but there will be some error that you will notice back when you start planning, because observation doesn't equal calculation. Not most of the time, because they would sometimes deviate due to some factors that can't be put in. Yes, that's exactly the point that I'm talking about. Okay, so we just played this event just after we finished completing our video. Not a video, but I just completed a translation for our next video. And stay tuned for that, because I've completed 3 language comparison video before, as you can see on YouTube. And this time I am working on 1 video that is yet to come. And I don't know if it'll be worth it. I don't know how much time I spent translating all the videos, but all I know is that translating the whole part of my Chinese video takes 2 days, and then the German. The German, I think, takes 3 days. And then the Khoisan is one of the longest, because I delayed it so much. Back then it was the Chasm update, and to the Khoisan update, I kind of delayed it too much. And then I also have, and then our newest videos. So even when I try hard, translating 1 language takes 3 days, so it'll be a long day. So maybe I should try to upload this video first, and I'll talk to them later. And they are teasing each other. You know what this means? Whatever. Let's go to introduction and testing. And let's hope we won't forget to change our character this time. There are no wanderers, so it's not really a problem. Okay. Let's go. I'm going to heal my Titan first, and then I'm going to change character. Right, back to Xiaoling. Come on. There we go. Are you ready? Let's go. Brave adventurer, are you ready now? Excellent. Then let us begin. Okay, this is our second challenge for the day. Testing. Okay. Bonus effect details. I don't really care about the bonus effect because they don't really matter. And, you know. Let's go. Let's just do it. Can we properly test our already upgraded characters? The only improvement that you can directly see should be on the burst. So, should be on the burst. So, look at the damage. Boom. I can't read that number. Unfortunately, I'll have to pause that later. But I think my damage has improved, which is great, especially in these types of events. I tried attacking the Wenut, but I don't think. Okay. Once they're frozen, it's a problem. Unless you freeze them. If you freeze them, you cannot leave a mark. So I kind of prefer using a cryo vector. And the Ayaka's burst cannot track those enemies when they are invisible. So keep that in mind. And also, I'm gonna use their burst. I'm just gonna speed things up. There we go. And I don't think you can attack the Wenut because I've tried attacking the Wenut. But I don't seem to take any damage, so it's pointless. Okay, more enemies. Unfortunately, we don't have any burst on right now. I'll have to wait 4 more times. Okay, so I don't think the Wenut really matters because for me, you can just dodge very easily and they don't really take that much HP compared to the enemies in the 11th floor, the new 11th floor, and not the new one. The thing before the new one, before Setekh Wenut is even in the abyss, in the 11th floor. There are those two monsters, one is electro, one is pirate. They do more damage and the damage doesn't make sense. I am not kidding, their damage does not make sense. Because if you are using, say, a character with 10,000 HP, I am sure that they would not survive. You would need at least a shield, which I did not bring, mainly because Ayaka was supposed to go with Pokemon, healing plus water. That's all that matters. So, okay, it's a good thing we don't have to deal with them. But some of the abyss got harder with the introduction of raptors. Maybe I've talked about this, but we shouldn't talk about this kind of thing for so long. Okay. So, this event I think is, yeah, just defeat enemies and try to attack one of those. If you tried protecting a leyline monolith before, this should be a simple case of just doing that exact thing, but with just different names and different things to protect.
There is no escape.
With Sandstorm, so it's kind of dramatic in some ways. Well, this event is fairly short, I think.
Illusion shattered.
Alright, let's activate that and go to the next location and kind of. So we do that 3 times, I suppose. Let's get to that and plunge attacks. And look at that. The damage from the plunging attack is actually really strong. It's so strong that I don't think of considering using a burst to defeat all the enemies because, hey, why they would get defeated? And here is our Geo Cemetery, I think that's what they're called. Okay, I did that wrong thing. I accidentally used Xiaoling, but whatever. I think it could still work. Not as well, I guess. So
Shine down.
there is a time when we can bypass the enemy's shield and just go through their HP. This usually works with a lot of enemies, and which is great because sometimes you don't really necessarily need the correct element to try to go beyond their shield and that. So okay, let's just set up our tool right here. So sometimes some enemies you can bypass their shield, sometimes you can't. Okay, there we go. Challenge completed. It was quite a short one. And how should I put this? I think, well, this event had some potential. I think it's a good one. It's just, are we just trying to assemble this? We should try to assemble this at least, like in the 0-1, or is it in the third part? If we assemble this and is this machine automatic? Because if it's automatic, then we just defeat enemies and there's no fun in pointing and try to dodge, like use the tool. It will be kind of fun, actually. Okay, test them all. Oh, so I really hope the third would be like assembling the machine kind of stuff and then actually using it to defeat Setekh Wenut, because that would be the thing I wanted. It's been a long time since they put some sort of like mind thinking puzzles. I really want that. Or are people complaining too much that they actually removed it? I really want them back. And then if they, for say example, try to battle a little Wenut and we just aim to the correct position, correct timing, and there's some recharge time, kind of like Gong Lue is like a strategy, kind of correct strategy, then that would be more fun. But here we go, our second stage. I'm really hoping to see the next stage. Is it assembling time? Okay. Let's collect this random egg out of nowhere. No tumbleweeds, no cactus, no seeds, whatever. This is a random egg out of nowhere. I don't know how that happened. Let's just heal everyone like I always do, because every time I have Kokomi, I always want to see every single character with their burst and HP full. I don't know, it's just kind of the thing I like. Okay, so let's get back to our Lumine and continue this event. Okay, let's go.